got fans.
I know. I've got Lauren Price has fans, and I have fans because
Are you the ambassador for champion?
They were looking for someone cool, young, good-looking, next-gen, entrepreneurial, and they had a short list, and I came out on top.
You come 8th, didn't you?
Came 8th, yeah, just behind Frank Warren. Champion are a new partner, but wow, what a night.
I've got to say, boxing doesn't always come here. This is a stunning venue for boxing. Like people watching at home can't really appreciate unless you've been here. This is a stunning venue for boxing.
So good. I got here at 5 p.m. and I was saying, I wish I got here earlier. The atmosphere, just to soak it up. The venue is so iconic. Just to be in the back rooms and see all the boxers that have been here, all the different VIP rooms, the boxes, the up the top. There's not a bad seat in the house. The acoustics are incredible. The setup, the screen, it was just unbelievable. It was an honor to be in here. I really just enjoyed it, and as a promoter, it's amazing to be here and be able to promote a fight, and hopefully they've had a good experience and we could come back.
Right, let's run through this because I don't know how much time we've got. A very good performance there from Lauren Price against a brilliant fighter in Natasha Jonas. You can answer all this in one. How realistic is it that Price can fight the winner of Maya and Ryan, which was announced obviously to be live on Sky Sports tonight as well?
Yeah, listen, that's the fight that has to happen. I just spoke to a team member from Top Rank who's over here. That's the fight that I hear that they will obviously want to make as well. So myself and Lauren, I'm sure, will be over in Vegas to watch Michaela and Sandy, which was an unbelievable fight the first time. And for me, this is the division in women's boxing. It's a division where all the big names can meet. It's almost like a catch weight, but my God, Lauren Price is probably the best female I've ever seen. The best female. We've had a lot, and I always thought who could beat Shields and who could compete with that. Lauren Price is just scary. In 10 fights, she's doing that to a world-class operator in Natasha. It was unbelievable performance.
Caroline Dubois, what did you make of the scorecards first of all as well?
Look, I noticed the Korean judge before the fight, and I was thinking, first I was thinking how much did his plane ticket cost, but second of all I was thinking, no, in all, like, you know, unfortunately in boxing I knew that was going to be a tough scorecard to win, and so when it came 95-95 I was absolutely shocked. It was disgraceful. Thankfully there's 2 other judges, and you know, and the fair result was happened. But no, Caroline did tire in the last 9th and 10th. I know she's not been well, and it ended up an unbelievable fight. And Bomi Ray Shen, who we know is tough, deserves so much credit. I almost deserves a bonus. Like incredibly tough, and came on and just gave us such a hell of a fight. And I was glad that Caroline, you know, she could have boxed and stayed at distance, but she just wanted to have a firefight in the end, and it was an amazing last 2 rounds. Caroline will have to learn because, you know, she did tire towards the end of the rounds, but great future ahead as well. Lastly, I just want to say Natasha Jonas, we'll speak about it I'm sure, but absolute legend of the sport, and yeah.
Jasmina upsetting Chloe Watson there tonight. She's a bit of a problem, isn't she, Jasmina?
She is. It was a close fight. I know Ricky and that weren't we too happy, you know, that they didn't win that fight, but I think the right girl won in the end, and a good performance from her. She'll be on the Oakwell card with Callum Simpson to come. She's from Barnsley as well, so yeah, great to see a new face in the sport win. She's obviously coming off the back of another big win, so yeah, unbelievable performance.
Fran Hennessy?
She's special, 19 years old. Long way to go when you look at Lauren and Caroline now, but she could become the youngest female world champion, and she just loves the big name. She loves the big nights, but yeah, all in all, unbelievable night. Fran Hennessy has a massive future.
Caris, just finally with Caris as well.
Fran Hennessy has a massive future. Caris Artistall, after 12 months out, coming and doing that to Raven Chapman, she's ready for Sky Nicholson now. Sky Nicholson will be watching that thinking, my God, I've just been in the ring with Raven. Caris has just dropped her. She's been out of the ring 12 months. I don't think she's ever done 10 rounds before. Scary. She's the one to watch. Caroline, hopefully now we can make the Harper fight. I've spoken to Steffi. I think matching her up for it. That will happen next.
Well, Harper's got a fight coming up.
She's going to fight in Doncaster. Assuming she comes through, that will happen next. And then Lauren Price. You know, the unifications are coming fast, and we've invested a lot into these girls. Caris, Fran, Caroline, Lauren. For me, the best females in the world, in their respective divisions, will get there. All of them. And yeah, it's very exciting.
Right, last one from me. You know this question was coming. Obviously, the news over the last 48 hours involving Turki El Sheikh, Dana White, Nick Khan. I mean, just saw some of the comments Eddie Hearn made earlier about comments that Turkey had made regarding Dana White. What's your view on what's going on with this new boxing league format that they're going to launch?
Look, to be honest, there's so many things launching at the moment, it's hard to keep up. You've got the WBC Grand Prix, you've got Riyadh season, you've got the ring that we're doing events in and events planned already, you've got tournaments that we're about to launch again. There's just so, and I'm not...
Ultimate Boxer's coming back?
The eight-man tournaments are coming back, but I'm just saying it's at every level, and I think the investment that Riyadh season and Turkey and everyone are putting in isn't going to stop. And I think it's good for boxing, if I'm honest. And I think, particularly in the US, let's be honest, in the UK, we have networks behind boxing, and we have boxing thriving every week. In the US, it looks a bit desolate with ESPN coming out and HBO coming out and Showtime coming out. So perhaps they do need something. And so fair enough. And I think it's good for the sport. And yeah, I genuinely think the sport can only get bigger.
Did you take anything from the promoters or other promoters will be crushed comment? We saw Hearn's comments on that earlier on. Didn't really take any kind of notice to that. Did you?
No, I think they want it to be the premier promotion, the Champions League, and look, it's going to be tough, but it could happen. And look, it's a good time to be in the sport right now. It was a lot harder when the promoters weren't talking and the fights weren't being made. Now it's so much better. I remember even it was only 2 years ago when we couldn't even make a unification, where we couldn't do a boxer matchroom fight, where we couldn't do a boxer Queensbury fight. We can make loads of them. Tonight was the first Caris against Raven. We've got 3 more coming up between boxer and Queensbury. We've got matchroom boxer all the time, loads of fights being made. As long as that continues and the fights get made, boxing's on fire. And so I think in this country it is on absolute fire at the moment.
So just lastly, you're not concerned about kind of what's going on in regards to your own kind of, your own vision?
I'd genuinely be more concerned if there wasn't money coming into boxing and there weren't networks coming into boxing. At the end of the day, one person can't satisfy every broadcaster. Every broadcasters, we want to keep as many broadcasters in the sport as possible. This is a big sport, and therefore it's going to need a lot of boxing, and it's going to need a lot of fighters, and hopefully we see more and more people come into the sport.
Ben Shalom, thank you very much for your time. You haven't got a show for another 5 weeks, have you?
No, not till back-to-back weeks. We've got Whittaker, Cameron, and then you, Ben, back-to-back.
Not a bad couple of weeks, to be fair.
No, I know. I need to have a lie down before those 2 weeks. Fucking hell.
Ben Shalom, thank you very much for your time.
Yes, thank you.